Well, it's Bama week, and even though it's not going to be on the third Saturday of October, you know, I'm still a Bama hater. I mean, they are favored 21 points, but I'm still preparing myself to go into Neyland with a 4-pack of cigars and ready to sing as loud as I can at the end of the game. I don't give a damn about the whole state of Alabama. All right? So that's where I'm at. I mean, I am diehard. I mean, I don't know about other people, but I don't give a shit if we're going to lose by 100, and I'm staying there till it's 00 on the clock. That's where I'm at. All right. A lot of history in this game. Funny story. Do you know that Bear Bryant lost to General Neyland more times than General Neyland lost to Bear Bryant? All right. Two great coaches. Some people say Rutgers and Princeton, or Yale and Princeton, were played the first football game, right? Okay. Well, down here in the South, we like to say the first football game wasn't played until the third Saturday of October. All right. Hell, I think the first score was like 3-6 or something. I mean, it's always been a really, really tight defensive game. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, in the past, let's just say 12 years or whatever it is, they've, put some numbers up. But I ain't scared of them. They put their britches on just like we do, one leg at a time. Of course, I think players might be scared of them down there. I mean, hell, they was scared of Kentucky last week. But I ain't too worried about it. I'll be there. My kid's taking his little girlfriend. It's going to be their first date. Lost my favorite gray hat. I gave it to my nephew after Athens. We didn't think we were going to go, and then I found some tickets at a decent price for 4, because with the whole restrictions and stuff, you got to buy it, in increments of 4. You can find a pair, but it's a little more difficult. And the price for the pair was roughly the same amount as 4. So that's what my son wanted to do for his birthday. My other son, that's what he wanted to do for his birthday. His birthday is first week of October, and my other's is in the 4th. So this is his thing. He's always wanted to go to the third Saturday, which I've never taken him. I've only here recently. They're still young. My oldest is just now a teenager. So I mean, I never would take him to big SEC rivalry games. But this year is a little different because with the crowd restrictions and stuff, there's not near as many people. But yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things to say is the only good thing to ever come out of Alabama was Forrest Gump, and he's a fictional character. Hell, the Bear, he came from Kentucky, so, and they're just enough hillbilly to where I can stand them. So, sound like old Pruitt. Look, there's a big debate on Harrison Bailey and Garantano. And I'm not a huge fan of Mr. Winky. I've publicly spoken for his head. I think he's been there 3 years and worked with the same quarterback for 3 years, and the same quarterback still garbage for 3 years. Okay, So I'm going to say that's not showing any signs of development. I personally think Pruitt fired the wrong guy, but whatever. Here's something else I'll say. I've said it on Instagram and some other things. Just talking with buddies. I watch these little head ball coach stories. Old Batesy, number 44, middle linebacker on the 93. Anyways, he was on the 96 national title team, and they were talking about how Danny Warfel had threw an interception in a game or something, and they were talking about pulling him or something, and old Steve says, well, hell, if we had anybody better, we'd put him in there ourselves. Because, that's kind of how Sprayer talks, right? I mean, he is the heart, that's how he talks. So, that's how Batesy told the joke. And, I believe that. I believe that if Tennessee had anybody any better, they'd sure enough have his ass in there. Now, maybe that's because Chris Winkie ain't developing these boys right. Maybe it's because, there's some things going on with Maurer. He just had some kind of surgery. And I feel like I'm making excuses. And I think he tried to kill himself or contemplated killing himself. So he's going through some emotional stuff. And then so when you get down to it, you got Shrout and your boy JG. I mean, maybe they feel that JG's clock management skills are better. Because, him holding on to the ball, he is not proficient in that. He gets hit, ball flies out. So, and I know a lot of that's O-line not doing their protection. Me and the wife have talked, and we think that maybe some of the kids, I hate calling them kids, some of the players feel that, and this is just an assumption, that maybe Garantano, it almost seems like they're just standing up and letting him take these sacks. Like, they're not giving him the protection. You ever seen one of them movies where the kid don't like the QB, so he just intentionally misses the block? It's almost what this shit looks like. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I don't know. If they start Garantano, they start Garantano. If Maurer or Shrout or Harrison Bailey gets the start, I'll be excited. So that's about all I know. And we'll see what happens Saturday. Go VOLS.